Well, hey there. Good morning, fellas. Happy Tuesday morning to you. How are you feeling on this great Tuesday morning? Hopefully, you're doing well. Morning's off to a good little start. We have a pretty loaded show on tap for today. Obviously, MLB playoffs start today. Match day number 2 in the Champions League, and then we have our normal NFL stuff to go through. NFL dogs. Also, what happened last week on the NFL Pigskin Pick'em contest. Who's going to win that $25? We'll find out shortly. Don't forget, over the course of today's show, I want to know what some of your best bets are. How are you betting the start of the MLB playoffs? What about match day 2 in the Champions League? Do let me know how you're going to go ahead and bet those. I want to share some information with you guys. We've got a free giveaway time. It's time to be excited with a little bit of a free giveaway. Why are we doing a free giveaway? We've actually picked up some free bets over on Barstool's. Barstool's being cool. I guess they're seeing us that we're just dropping in $100 bets left and right, and they appreciate that, and they want to go ahead and give us 2 $100 free bets. What do we normally do with our free bets? Well, we normally take a free bet, and we, of course, try and, put in a bet, hit the free bet, and then we add that to our bankroll. Well, we can't do that with these because we didn't earn these free bets with betting units. So that's why we're not going to do that and change. We're going to go ahead and do free giveaway bets, and we'll place both of these bets on Fridays. So I want to use the rest of this week for you guys to let me know how you'll spend $100 in a parlay, and then I'll take the other $100 bet and try and put it in a parlay and try and do another free giveaway. So 2 free giveaways, $100 each. You guys do a parlay, I'll do a parlay over the course between now and Friday. Just comment on any Daily Show video and let me know what your leg of the parlay is going to be. We'll disclose what those 2 parlays on Friday, and we'll all enjoy a good sweat over the weekend and see if we can't give away money on Monday's show. So there we go. That's a nice way to go ahead and kick off today's show with the free giveaway. You love to hear that. Let's go ahead and get on into the daily recap. Of course, like we do, and you got to bear with my voice here. It sounds like I'm almost on the last leg of this cold here, getting up a lot of mucus in the morning, so maybe fully recovered by tomorrow. So, hey, guys, look at that recap. We only had one play on yesterday's card. We talked about it here yesterday. Fulham, Chelsea, under 2.5. You love to see that at plus 0.91 units. Love that right there. Such a just a good bet, one which we certainly deserve to win. Even Tim Ream, he couldn't spoil that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, he gave Chelsea a goal away. We did get a little bit of the announcer jinx in that. I don't know if you guys caught that first half, but it was about 20 or so minutes in, and the announcer starts talking about Chelsea's defense and how they've got the best defensive record so far in the Premier League, which is like, okay, part of my justification. I'm well aware of how good Chelsea is on the defense. Not but 2 minutes later, there's a goal being scored in that game. You're just thinking in your head, can you just shut the F up? Shut the F up. I don't need you talking about how these teams can't score, because now there's a goal in the back of the net. Beautiful goal. Ball whipped into Mudryk. He's chested right down to his feet and first times it right through the keeper's legs for the 5-hole goal. So beautiful work there by Mudryk. Then you get another goal 81 seconds later. That's the mistake there by Tim Ream. Cole Palmer's not even really pressuring him. You can't even say that that's, running a pressure or high tempo. That's just normal, just kind of standing off of a guy. Tim Ream bangs it off of him. Then there's a melee for the ball in the box. Tim Ream actually gets to it first, but Broha's right there, deflects off Broha into the back of the net. So then we get a 70-minute sweat, as Chris said on Twitter. But hey, sweat right to the cash counter. We'll gladly do that every single time. That just lets you know how good of a bet that was. 70 minutes go by and there still can't be a third goal. In fact, if you look at Flash Score, and if you guys are familiar using that website, they have a commentary button. You can click on it and then click on important. There wasn't even a chance in the second half. They've got nothing in the Flash Score commentary that mentions the chances. I, of course, watched the entire first half, but then I got to leave at halftime to go pick up the kids. So, all right, good sweat-free cash there on Monday. Fulham, Chelsea, under 2.5. Look at the arbitrage, though. Look at the arbitrage. Did we make arbitrage money? No, we did the under. We put $5 on that under. How about the primetime under coming through? I tell you what, looked like the sportsbooks made a killing based on that total, because I saw everybody give out the over yesterday. We stuck to our guns. Primetime unders under 47.5, and that one cashed easily, 24-3. Seahawks taking care of the Giants very, very easily. Daniel Jones, primetime, 1-13. he just can't quite get it done in the prime time. Team looks like they're struggling. Can't say it's all Saquon Barkley related. This team is just struggling. So, all right, hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's action. Let's head on into that comment section, and then let's talk a little bit more NFL. And again, MLB playoffs, we'll do a little bit of a rapid fire, and Champions League, we'll do another rapid fire as well. Hop in that comment section. Let's see what's up, boys. DeGent, good morning. Good morning. You got the Nerfy and Marlins Phillies. I can get on board with that. I can get on that. You think there's 3 pitchers that can't pick up the win today? You're not a big fan of Tyler Glasnow today. You're not a big fan of Brandon Paff of the Diamondbacks and Luzardo of the Marlins. You parlay those 3 pitchers together to not get the win at plus 111. You like the over in Rays Rangers. I hear you. And you like the under in Marlins Phillies. All right, let's go. Good morning, Corey. What's up, man? You betting Champions League? You watching Champions League? What's up, man? What's going on, man? Is it fall where you're at? I know you're up a little bit more, what is it, northwest? Obviously west. Can't get any more east. I'm on the lake. I think you're northwest. What's up, man? What do you got? You think you could have gotten a sack against the Giants last night? Yeah, Daniel Jones. Shit. I mean, at least he had to be touched, unlike Zach Wilson. He just, fucking falling down on his ass. Yeah, he just got sacked right now. To your point, Corey, just picked up a sack. Bill, good morning. Morning, Bill. Fly, Eagles, fly. Bill's in the house. The Gent, let's go. Chelsea under 2.5 again against Burnley. Dad, you signed me up for it. Although, like we said yesterday on Twitter when you and I went back and forth, I love that lineup. Now, I would do Sterling for Mudryk. If it was Sterling for Mudryk, that to me is about as best of attacking lineup Chelsea can get. Love Broha as the number 9. Love him. Think he's better than Jackson. Enjoyed watching him at Southampton when he was on loan. And then on the right, I love Cole Palmer. He couldn't play at Man City, but that's just because, Mahrez and, Foden and Grealish. I loved Cole Palmer. Was still surprised that they sold him and surprised that they sold him to, a rival in a big 6. Cole Palmer is a big time. Love that. Under 2.5 against Burnley, you could start to look at that if they run that attacking lineup. Chelsea's win to 0. Chelsea win to 0. They've continued. You heard it on the announcement, on the broadcast yesterday. They've got the best defensive record in the Premier League. I can't imagine Burnley scores against Chelsea. Maybe a Chelsea in under 4.5. I don't know if that game's at Stamford Bridge or if it's at Turf Moor. But either way, yeah, Chelsea with that lineup. I love that attacking lineup. But they're still going to be an under 2.5 machine. And did you even see what he did at the halftime, Thad? Again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm familiar with all these Chelsea players because they've bought in a goddamn slew of players. But did you see what Pochettino did at halftime? He subbed Mudryk for, Madison or whatever the hell the guy's name is? That's an offensive player for a defensive player. 45 minutes to go in the game, and Pochettino's already like, all right, we got enough goals. Let's just do what we do and play good defense and keep this thing on a clean sheet. 45 minutes to go, and he's already making offense for defense substitutions. I love that, Pochettino, pulling back the reins with a full half to go. So, all right, yeah. By the way, Thad, where are you at today on Luton versus Burnley? To me, it just matters of when that first goal comes against Luton versus Burnley. If that first goal comes, let's say 70th minute or after, that game's going to finish 1-0. If that game can get 1 goal in the first half, I think it goes 1-1 draw. And I think if you get 2 goals in the first half, I think you will see an over 2.5. But we haven't been impressed with either one of those teams. Both of those teams are cashing over 2.5 if you look up from the stats perspective. But it's just because they've conceded 12 goals and the other team has conceded 13 goals. They've only scored 4 and 5 on the season. So they're not contributing to an over 2.5 in terms of their goal scoring. They're contributing to it because they're leaky as hell on defense. I don't know if these offenses can take advantage because it's easy to defend in soccer. You need good attacking and quality players. And I would bet under 2.5. There's a reason Luton versus Burnley under 2.5 is minus 145. I'm obviously not going to bet it. We bet yesterday at minus 110. Like, that gets you excited. Not minus 145 for an under. So, but that's the way I see Luton versus Burnley going today. Champions League. God, I had to bust out the Champions League kit from last year. Inter. Yes, we all remember that great banger. Phillies, baby, all the way. All the way. All right, we'll talk about a little rapid fire. Morning, Johnny. Morning. No fall yet. Dude, it was like 85 degrees yesterday, Corey. I took the kids to the park after school, and I was sweating. Need to get on bets in for the week on Friday. Going to Texas. Okay, yeah. There's no betting in Texas. You got to get them all in on Friday. Okay, we'll make that happen. Need cash for the bar tab. I got you, dog. I got you. Morning, Tim. Morning. All right, pick 'em results. Look at there. Bill in the comments. My man right here, Bill Hall. He is up on the top of that list. Fly, Eagles, fly. Bill Hall. You scoop up $25. Let me know what you want to do with that, Bill. I remember, you were obviously a winner last year, and I remember what you elected to do with that $25. So just let me know what you want to do with this week. But congratulations, man. You pick up the win. You had 130 points. That's a hell of a week. We haven't had somebody win yet with the 130. We've had some 120-point wins, but not 130. So just a fantastic week, Bill. Hopefully you were able to take advantage of that and, put in some real against the spread bets and obviously maybe have yourself a good little bit weekend. So congratulations. Again, let me know what you want to go ahead and do with that. We'll do whatever the hell you want to do with that. And then good luck to everybody else. Obviously, it's a new week. Everybody starts off with 0 points. So don't get discouraged you had a bad week. Don't get discouraged that you don't see your name here on the leaderboard. It's a clean slate this week. 0 points for everybody. Good luck, and congratulations to Bill. Morning. Oh, I already read that one. Laturo is hot. He's talking about Laturo Martinez for Inter. I hear you, man. I hear you. A birdie told me your Bills play my Birds. They do. We play every team in the NFC East this year. That's the reason you saw us play the Commanders and beat the shit out of Commanders. We're going to have a jersey on the line, right? Because I still need my Matt Milano jersey because shockingly, Adrian never hit me up. Adrian talking all that smack about how the Raiders are going to beat the Bills, and we all know that didn't happen. He's not hit me up. You wish you bet your picks. I know, right? I might need to roll it for that game. Yeah, whatever you want, man. You let me know what you want to do with that $25 whenever you make a decision, and we will make it happen. Let's go ahead and real quick, while we're talking NFL, just throw up the dogs. And brutal week for NFL dogs. You can see right there, we lost 6.75 units last week. Quite frankly, we're lucky that NFL buys are starting because we don't even have $1,600 to bet all 16 games. But thankfully, there's 4 teams on a buy, so that means there's only 14 games. So we have just enough to bet the NFL dogs this week. So we need a bounce back. You can see there was only 4 winners last week. Bucks, Ravens, Texans, and Titans were the only ones that were NFL dogs. And the Ravens, by the time kickoff happened, weren't even a dog, to be fair, because once Deshaun Watson got ruled out, the line completely flipped and the Ravens were favorites. So we got lucky putting that in on Friday when we thought Deshaun Watson was going to play. Yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a tough beat for us. Again, we wouldn't have made that bet in terms of a real unit. Shit happens. That's the way it goes in the NFL. But you can see, brutal. We need a bounce back. Or we're not going to make it very far. Not going to make it very far. All right, let's go ahead and first start with these Champions League bets. Throw them up here on the screen first. We'll do a little rapid fire as well. I've got them broken out here in 2 sections. The first section is Tuesday's Champions League games, and the next section, of course, is Wednesday's Champions League games. So it looks like we've got 4 in each. I'm going to pull up my phone, and we'll just do a rapid fire. I'm not going to give out justification for these because Matt and I actually did between the posts a special Champions League edition yesterday where we talked all 16 games, gave out tons of picks, gave out tons of leans. I actually gave out all these picks on that show. That's why I'm not showing you the sports book because I don't know, where the lines are at currently. But we talked about these, justify these. So I'll do rapid fire instead, which will cover every game and maybe not justify these the exact manner I did, obviously, yesterday between the posts, but can give you some little bit of a justification as well. I also want to, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and do rapid fire, then I'll do that next. Let's do rapid fire. All right, Union Berlin, they're taking on Braga. This is one where Matt was on the under yesterday on Between the Posts. I liked Union Berlin in this, and I'll kind of talk about it the same way we talked about Arsenal when they did match day 1. Arsenal hadn't played in the Champions League since 2017. They were lucky in the fact that they got that first game at the Emirates, and you just knew that crowd was going to will them to a victory. It was a 4-0 victory, very comfortable. PSV didn't do a damn thing. So you look at Union Berlin. They've never played in Champions League before this season. They know they did play, obviously, match day 1, but this will be their first home game ever in the Champions League. I like Union Berlin. Look for that home crowd at the Emirates to do the same thing tonight here in Germany. It's not going to be by a margin like it was at Arsenal because Arsenal is a far superior team, but look for Union Berlin. Basically showing they're even money. I like Union Berlin today to pick up the win. And again, Matt, yesterday, he liked the under. I can get on board with an under. But I think Union Berlin picks up the win. Salzburg versus Real Sociedad. I see this game as goals. We're locked in on over 2.5 at plus 108. I don't have a strong feel for a winner. Just give me goals like we're betting on. And again, we're not going to justify it. Justified it yesterday. Yeah, just give me goals. I don't even know. Yeah, probably wouldn't pick a winner in that. Probably wouldn't predict a winner. Just give me goals. Man United versus Galatasaray. I tell you, the lean I gave out on the show was under 2.5. Obviously, I didn't bet it. That's the only lean I gave out yesterday that actually didn't make the card. I really wouldn't back United on the money line today. At minus 215, you got to be kidding me. I would take a chance on Galatasaray double chance at plus 180 well before Man United. Look at their game against Burnley. Look at their game against Crystal Palace in the league. Remove the one in the EFL Cup where you get major squad rotation. Their last couple games in the league, they lose to Palace and don't create anything. They beat Burnley 1-0, but they didn't create anything. They need a wonder strike from Bruno Fernandes. They're not creating. So that gives me no encouragement that they're going to, be great. Galatasaray's got some great squad players. I mean, go look at their 11. They've got some great players. I lean under 2.5, and I would do Galatasaray double chance in that game. Inter Milan versus Benfica, another game in which we're on the over. Just like goals in that one. Johnny did put in the chat that Lautaro Martinez is hot. I hear you. That was Matt's favorite bet from the game on yesterday's show was he just was going to go ahead back Martinez, to stay hot and continue to bag in a goal. Obviously, if I'm on an over, those are games I don't mind doing an anytime goal scorer. So, yeah, give me Martinez, give me goals. Probably like a 3-2 game, maybe like a 3-2 game or like a 2-2 game. Not a lot of confidence on backing Inter Milan on the money line, and certainly wouldn't do Inter Milan on the money line at minus 150. Napoli and Real Madrid. Man, Real Madrid doesn't have the offensive firepower this year. Barely got past Union Berlin. Outside of the first 10 minutes, didn't look great. Their chances weren't great against Union Berlin. Dominated possession, and it was ended up being a comfortable win on the score line because it was 1-0, but incomplete control. That's why I say comfortable. They were certainly in complete control, but got saved at the death. Maybe a both teams to score, but I like Napoli here to get the win. I like Napoli on the money line at plus 165. It could also be a draw. There's obviously not a lot of separation between these clubs, but maybe Napoli's firepower can get them over the line, but I like draw, and I also like Napoli money line. That one's kind of a tough. I would probably take a stab at the draw at plus 260 because we do know Real Madrid and their defensive prowess and how their games are generally low scoring. They're just not going to blow anybody out. They don't have the firepower this year. I would probably take a stab at the draw. If no draw, then Napoli money line. PSV versus Sevilla. Look, I talked about it on yesterday's show. We're on PSV team total over 1.5. PSV has scored 2+ goals at home in every fixture at home. This campaign, they've scored 2+ goals at home in every single fixture. I like PSV here. Money line, minus 115. I think they get the job done here at home against Sevilla. Lens versus Arsenal. Probably want to see Arsenal's lineup. Would feel real comfortable if Saka's in the starting 11, but Arsenal should get the win here on the road. Their starting 11 is going to be far superior than what Lens can do. Even though it is a road game, I still like Arsenal on the money line. Copenhagen up against Bayern. You can see we've got a bet in that game. Like Bayern early and often. Look, Bayern. What was the stat I gave out yesterday? 6. I think the stat was 6 of the last 8 away Champions League games they've won via the clean sheet. 6 of the last 8 away games in the Champions League, they've won via the clean sheet. They've gone 35 straight games in the Champions League group stage without losing. That's 32 wins and only 3 draws. It's going to be real tough here for Copenhagen to get anything out of this match. I like Bayern to score early and often, so give me their halftime, full-time, and over 1.5. And that's the last game for today. I gotta get in a free bet. I gotta get in a free bet here, and then we'll get to those comments. So I put together a $5 free bet. I am gonna do that Union Berlin on the money line. I'll go ahead and take Matt's lean of Lautaro Martinez to bag himself a goal in there. I like the draw. I'm gonna go ahead and do the draw on Napoli Real Madrid. That plus 270 price is awfully big for, I think, two relatively even clubs. So I'll do the draw. I do like Arsenal on the money line. I'm going to take a stab at Galatasaray on the double chance, plus 165. Not impressed with United at all. Not at all. And especially if you get lineups and they want to put McTominay next to Casemiro. If you see McTominay next to Casemiro, really going to like that Galatasaray double chance even more. And then Harry Kane. Harry Kane to get a brace as long as we're putting in a hope and a prayer. So that's how I'll roll there on a free bet. Back to the comments we go. We could do a jersey swap. Yeah, all right. We'll put a jersey on the line. You could use a nice Kelly green jersey. Kelly? Not who Kelly is. And maybe you said Kelsey in the spell check. Gotcha. Bengals look bad. Yep, Bengals look bad. We talked about that one yesterday. They look bad. I really wished I could have gotten a 3 on that line and we would have gotten a win yesterday. I would have done Titans plus 3, but looks like Wednesday Champions League is a day of under. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a day of sweating. Yep, under Dortmund, AC Milan, under Newcastle, PSG. Obviously, 1 over. Then Shakhtar on the double chance, plus 108. I like it. You like seeing the plus money picks? Yeah. I mean, mine, I would say pretty par for the course for what I do. Nothing too, I know I got a minus 130, but rare-ish. Not rare, but it happens. Benfica lost Antonio Silva to a red card last game. Yeah. But remember their XG was still 2.54 with 10 men. Their XG was still 2.54. They still have plenty of it in attack. Not worried. Kepa in a big game. Nope. The Real Madrid keeper. Yeah. I hear you. That's actually a pretty funny comment. He sucks. Yeah, he does. That's funny, Thad. I like it. Still think there's a draw, but I hear you. These Bears fans don't have to ruin their Sunday with them playing Thursday. That's funny. Just get the frustration out of the way, and then you can enjoy your weekend. They're taking on a team where you think they can actually win. Wasn't it somebody like doable? I say doable, and they can't even beat the Broncos who gave up a 70. I thought it was somebody doable-ish. Wasn't it? Oh, it's the Commanders. No, the Commanders will win that game at home. Never mind. Eagles alternate jersey just approved. Whatever you want, man. Just hit me up. We'll talk about it. Taking a chance on Galatasaray as well. Madrid team. So you got to back them. All right. I hear you. Yeah, I would. Yeah, they probably get the job done at home. All right, let's go ahead and throw up the baseball bets. And let's do a little baseball rapid fire. We're going to go ahead and do Blue Jays on the money line. I'm going to go ahead and do Rays -1. You can get money line at about -155. I'm not paying -155 in the playoffs when all this shit is like, playoff teams, all of it's even. If they win by 1, okay, so be it. I'll get a push. I'll get my money back. And obviously, you need them to win by 2 or more to go ahead and get the win. Let's first talk about this Blue Jays team. Blue Jays come into this game from an offensive standpoint, better batting average, better on base percentage. The Twins, surprisingly, come into this game with having hit more home runs on the season, which will then obviously translate to a better slugging number as well. So Twins more power, but the Blue Jays better at hitting the ball and also drawing walks and getting on base. The Twins, though, you should remember from the payoff pitch, what do the Twins do a lot? Strike out. You guys remember that from the payoff pitch. In fact, the Twins ended the season with the most strikeouts in Major League Baseball. Nobody struck out more than your Minnesota Twins. On the flip side, the Blue Jays had the 7th least amount of strikeouts. So you get the 7th least amount of strikeouts going up against a team that strikes out the most. That should mean something for playoff baseball, right? Playoff baseball is low scoring, pitchers on a short hook. And we know Kevin Gausman's a power pitcher. Like, Kevin Gausman will absolutely strike you out. He's great at strikeouts. He's great at keeping the ball down and also getting ground outs. If he can keep his stuff down today and really take advantage and feast on this Minnesota Twins team that strikes out, again, league worst, the most strikeouts in baseball, Gausman's set to, this is a great matchup for Gausman with the Twins striking out. We just got to hope that the Twins, like power numbers, don't show up. And, obviously Glasnow throws it pretty hard. So if they barrel one up, it's probably going to go out. But we're also got a good bullpen advantage here. And this is also why I like this bet for late in the game. Blue Jays bullpen, better ERA, better FIP, better whip, better opponents, better batting average, and better K per 9. And they're tied on home run per 9. So I, by far, get the better bullpen. Offense-wise, I think the offense numbers I get are better. The only thing I'm lacking is power. And then from a starter perspective, Glasnow over Montgomery. Go ahead and sign me up for Glasnow over Montgomery. So I feel really good about this bet. Surprised that we get it at plus money. It's basically at even money. DraftKings has it at minus 105. So it's definitely moving in our favor. I think it should be. I look for the Blue Jays to go ahead and win this game in the best of 3. The other one here with the Rays and the Rangers, this is one where it's, you want to talk about an evenly matched series. And look at these numbers right here. Rangers and Rays, they're 2-3 in batting average. They're 2-3 in opponent's on base percentage. They are 3-4 in slugging, and they're 2-3 in on base plus slugging. These are two top 3 offenses neck and neck. We get a really big advantage on something that I really like. Before we talk about that, the Rangers have hit 3 more home runs on the year than the Rays. So basically the same number there, which again, their slugging numbers are 2-3, so no real surprise. The Tampa Bay Rays only struck out 4 more times than the Texas Rangers, so no advantage there. Where we get a really nice advantage on the offensive side of the ball is the Rays have 81 more stolen bases. And that to me is quite significant for playoff baseball. You're not going to get 5 hits in a row off a starting pitcher in the playoffs. It doesn't happen. So can you create havoc and and cause problems on the base pass? The Rays do that to the tune of 81 more stolen bases than the Texas Rangers. So I absolutely love that. Once this game is over from a starting perspective, how about we get, again, another bullpen, better ERA, better FIP, better whip, better opponent's batting average, all the major categories. The Rays not only do it better, but how about a top 5 bullpen on season-long numbers going up against a bottom 10 bullpen there in the Texas Rangers. We also know that the Rays do a really good job at hitting left-handers. We're seeing Montgomery tonight. And also we know that the Rangers' best bullpen arms are 2 left-handers in Will Smith and Aroldis Chapman. But again, the Rays are a great left-handed hitting team. So in both of these matchups, we're getting by far the better bullpen. We're either getting better offense in the Blue Jays over the Twins, in my mind, or we're getting very even offenses with the Rays and the Rangers. And I believe in both of these matchups, we're getting the better starting pitcher with Glasnow up over Montgomery. And in the other one, we're getting Gausman over Lopez. And really, except for Gausman's strikeout stuff to really come to play here up against this Twins team. Let's talk about these other 2 games here for a second. You've got the Diamondbacks taking on the Brewers. I certainly like the Brewers here. When you look at the numbers, bullpen, big advantage for the Brewers. So you like that. Pitching normally wins in the postseason, so I like that. I just didn't like the Brewers -1. I got the Rays at, basically even money at -106. For the Brewers -1, it comes in at -130. For playoff baseball, I don't know if I want to go, to -130. Offensive-wise, you get the Diamondbacks actually with a much better offense, with a much better offense. But then you get Corbin Burns up against Brandon Pfaff, so now you get more of the pitching advantage. So I'll just lay off that one. Although I would expect the Brewers to go ahead and win that game. And then the next one here, Marlins versus Phillies. If we just are whipping ass today and doing nothing but meeting up at the cash counter, I'm interested in adding Marlins F5 money line. And that would be a 2-way line, so you would obviously get the option to push. You can currently get that at plus 140 over on Bet Rivers. You want to isolate this Marlins bullpen. You don't want to go head-to-head with this Phillies bullpen. They've got the advantages over this Marlins bullpen. And if Luzardo hasn't set them up through the first 5 innings, the Marlins probably aren't going to win the game. I'll take Luzardo over Zach Wheeler. I think the offensive numbers are, close-ish, and what the Phillies do versus left-handers and what the Marlins are doing versus right-handers. So I will, if we have a good day, I'm going for Marlins F5 money line about plus 140 with the option to push. So give me the Rays today, give me the Blue Jays today, give me the Brewers today, and because I think the Marlins will win the game through the first 5, give me the Marlins today as a full game dog. In terms of the over-unders, I hear, what's actually shocking, guys, is the pitcher props. Glasnow's numbers at 15.5. Are you kidding me? Dude's going over 15.5. Another one I find funny, Kevin Gausman, 15.5 outs. He's going to go over 15.5 outs. Another one that I found funny, Corbin Burns, 16.5 outs. He's going to go over 16.5 outs. And Luzardo, 14.5 outs? Put some damn respect on Luzardo's name. He's going 5 innings in this game. He's going to cash over 14.5 outs. As for an over-under, it's playoff baseball. I mean, look at the outs props. You know what I mean? You ain't getting those in regular season. That speaks to what I talk about. Quick hook. You start giving up hits, and you're out of this goddamn game. I would do the under 7.5 in Blue Jays Twins. I probably would do the under 7.5 in Rangers Rays. Brewers Diamondbacks, I would do the over. In Marlins Phillies, I would probably do an under. I'd probably do an under. Probably where I'm at right there. All right, there we go, fellas. How's that look? 4 Champions League bets, couple baseball bets for MLB playoffs. I'm getting fired up, to be quite honest. Fired up. Love that Jays pick. You have them to win the series at plus 160. I bet it on DraftKings. I don't know how you have plus 160. I bet it this morning at minus 105. Let me see the current line. Man, you did. Yeah, it's minus 110 now. You got plus 160? I bet minus 105. Because I think Gausman delivers the win today. They throw Chris Bassett tomorrow. Not as good of a strikeout as Kevin Gausman, but that dude's going to get 7-8 strikeouts in his own right. I would believe Chris Bassett can. I like the Blue Jays in this series. I'm with you. I didn't get plus 160. I got minus 105, but damn, plus 160 is incredible. You got Toronto Philly parlay today. Yeah. Obviously not for me. I mean, you heard my opinion there in rapid fire, but yeah, I hear you. We get a nice bull. You get a nice bullpen. I mean, if the game is tight late, I would be wanting to hold on. I'd be wanting to hold on to Phillies minus 162 more than Marlins at that point. But I'm expecting Luzardo to do his thing. They hit right-handers well enough. They saw Zach Wheeler 4 times, or this will be their 4th time. I'm going to take a stab at the Marlins, but I don't want to isolate that bullpen. If we have a good day, I want to come back in for the F5 money line, 2-way line. All right, boys, anything else? I will be watching the second half of Real Sociedad Salzburg on TikTok. So if you guys want to watch that on TikTok, second half Salzburg Real Sociedad, come hang out with me on TikTok. And then if my friend doesn't hit me up, we'll watch the 2 o'clock games. But I think my friend's going to hit me up, and I'll probably go over to his house for the 2 o'clock games. That's it, boys. Anything else? What else we got? Anybody got anything else? All right, boys. I think that's it. I got to everything. All right, boys. Let's have ourselves a day. Here with Champions League and MLB. Should be a fun one. Enjoy it, boys. We'll catch you back here tomorrow.